Hey everybody, it's Mickey here, aka Mr. India. It's Saturday morning and it's like the 28th of December, coming to the year end, so happy Christmas everybody, for those I missed to say hello to, or happy Christmas to before, and wishing all of you a happy new year as it breaks in. Anyway, I've got some exciting things I want to talk to you about today. Actually, I got a friend of mine who has a very, very special car, and you know, I asked him if I could come and do a few shoots of it. But before I actually talk about this car, I'm pretty sure that there's not many of you out there who actually know what this car is about. So the company who actually made this car, very, very special, it started in 1936, and they were actually a coach builder in Italy. And in 1936, they actually built bodies for sports car manufacturers or car manufacturers who made chassis. So in 1936, this particular company was responsible for making the first road-going, or designing the first road-going Ferrari, which was the 166mm and the 212. It was at a time when Ferrari were actually struggling to pay for its race efforts, and they looked to sell their race cars to the public. And this particular company in Italy, in Milan, designed those bodies. Started in 1936. As time went on, they actually got more involved with different clientele, bespoke clientele, and they would make custom bodies for chassis, traditional coach building of the past. But they were responsible for a few interesting cars that we've seen in our time. Aston Martin DB4, DB5 and DB6. This particular company was actually responsible for designing each one of those cars. So they were designed in Italy and Milan, and Aston Martin built them in Newport Pagnell in the UK, which is just near Milton Keynes, Bedford, my home ground. So it's an interesting company, and today one of the latest DBSs carries their name. So who is this company? The company is Touring Superleggera. Touring Superleggera has over time been a bit forgotten. And today, if you look them up on the internet, Touring Superleggera, you'll see that they actually make custom cars. There's no car with options. Every car is built for an individual customer. Every spec on every car is bespoke. There is no options list. It is what the customer wants. And if you go to if you go to Touring Superleggera's website, you'll see the current range that they have built. So they're famous for the Disco Volante. It's the Alfa Romeo converted to something called the Disco Volante. They have a number of Maseratis, but they do have one car, which is pretty cool, and there's only 5 ever made. So I'm gonna go and meet my friend at his place, which is not far from where I live. We're gonna go with my Ferrari Lusso. So I'm going to take my Lusso down, and hopefully, we'll park this up next to it and take a few shoots, a few aerial photographs. I've just got myself a drone. Here's my GTR Roadster, 10750. As you can see, my Lusso, it's pretty cool and exclusive. And just a quick tour before I sign off and show you the Superleggera that we're going to go and see. Here's my AMG 63. You might see in the distance there, we have a special edition CLA, which celebrates Mercedes Petronas winning the championship back in 2016, I think it is. So this is the CLA Petronas edition, Motorsport edition. In the distance you can see the E-Class Coupe. Back to today. I'm going to get into the car, and oh, I forgot to show you, I do have an old Mark 6 Golf here. It's a bit of a project car. Got my Porsche Boxster 718. I think I'm going to get rid of this soon. It's just parked here, doesn't go anywhere, not enough time to drive it. I have a Mark 7 Golf. This is an awesome car. We've done a few things to it, as you can see, and then here I have a Mini Cooper 4x4, all 4 should I say. Don't know what to do with that. it's a bit of a fun car. I always wanted a Mini, but I've got a Mini. Anyway, back to today. I'm going to head off now. I'm going to get into the Lusso and get down to my mate's house, and let's unveil the car. And oh, I forgot to say, there is Aston Martin still have an affinity with Touring Superleggera, and if anybody you've seen the Aston Martin DBS Superleggera, the Superleggera name does come from Touring Superleggera, so it's used with their permission. So Touring Superleggera is a company, and you'll only find companies can use that name if Touring are giving them permission. So without further ado, I'll see you over down at my friend's place, and we'll go and have a look at this car and do an unveiling.